Welcome to another episode on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller running embedded Linux and currently the community firmware. Last time, using the community firmware, I tried to use OpenCV, which did not work. Every taking and grabbing of an image resulted in 0. What did work was the walking, and now I am focusing on two things. To start with, right here are the front sensors, and some time ago I rewired them from the counters to the digital inputs right here, but I didn't yet program them. So in order to use them, I have to program them. So that's first. Next is the fact that it didn't and doesn't grab any image, and I got two hints for that. One is first accessing the standard user interface, and from that point also get back and program things. Why it has to be that way, I don't know, but the community says, well, the firmware version running on this controller should give no hassle at all. So I'm very curious how that will end up. So let me grab the probes and go to the community firmware. That is this button. Well, button. It doesn't respond really. Now it does. So I'm quite curious how this will influence camera setting. It says role, language, network and info, and provided that I go down here, it doesn't say anything anymore, any further. So I'm not quite sure what they want. So I go back to the community interface, which I have here. Reattach the probe to measure anything on pulse width modulation coming from the motors, or actually going to the motors. And with this, I think it's time to see if things actually do work. Maybe I have overlooked something, but for now it is first time for the sensors to be programmed to digital input 2 and 3, because 1 is connected, if I'm entirely correct, to this one, to this switch. Yes. So let's do that. And after this introduction, let's focus on the sensors first. So this will come later, because this has directly to do with how the communication should be, or whatever. Anyway, that comes later. Now is the question, how is this going to be? input 1 and input 2. Is that indeed correct? By the way, I think so. This is 1 and this is 2. How did I? Very good question. This is the wiring. And yes, they are connected here to I2 and I3. Did I already do that? That is a very good question. If I look at this, and then I mean these two lines, I already have. But are you being read? These are the counters, and that is the point. The counters are no longer 0 and 1. That is no longer the case. This I did correct here, but this will have to be input 1 and input 2. Yeah. So for now, oops, that's not correct. Delete end of line and then say input 1. That's one thing. Copy the line, and this has to be input 2. And this I can leave it like it is. And here I have to do the same thing, input 1 and input 2. So now they are programmed for inputs. By the way, this doesn't make any sense. Well, yes, this does, but 2 and 3 are alright, because that's counter 1 minus count. This is counter 2 and minus begin, and 3 and minus begin, and 1 and 0 don't matter. So that is quite alright. Now it says sensor front 1 state. Yeah, I'll leave that like it is. Alright. So, how do I test this? Actually, using the robo interface. If that works. So, first of all, I need to start this one. It is now set to robo interface. Now to TXT, that is correct. That is correct as well. Default is, I need to set this to, so this is set to the actual IP address using the community firmware. Now it's time, oops, why is that? Is this because I am logged in? I doubt it, but it just could be. So let me exit. Now I'm disconnected. Will this work? If not, I can only test it by running. Yep, okay. It used to work, by the way. TXT controller. And here you can see that I use the correct IP address. This is set right, this is set right, but I can't get in. Alright, that means that I have to run it. That's one. That is two. Let me here enter the code, and here run the program, shift it back, and then see whatever happens. It says the firmware version not detected. Frame empty once again. So that it doesn't even come to the sensors at front. So let me disable camera action. This is not what I envisioned at all. Now let's see. No front sensors. What is this? What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? This is TXT input 1, input 2. Is that correct? Yes. And here. Oh, wait. I should say sensor front 1. I think that is what I should do. Sensor front 1. And here sensor front 2. Let's see if that works. Yep. Then here the same. All right. Let's do it again. Just pressing one of the sensors. Unfortunately, oh, see, that it says correctly. So where is it? I need to go right here. Here. So it senses it correctly. Yes, right here. So it reached the input state, which is very good. And yes, I understand what I do here, what I do wrong here. I should say state. Because I am reading state here as well. I haven't used this in a long time, so errors like that and mistakes like this still happen. Now it will write. Now it will be alright. Yep, look at this, and both of them but it says no front sensor, which is actually not correct. It says here front sensor 2. Well, that proves to me that it's working, because it reached from input 2, so I'm happy with that for now. What I'm absolutely not happy with is that A, the motors don't work, B, despite everything, the rest doesn't work, the imaging doesn't work. So I need to find out what I miss in the hints that I got, and then find out how to solve it. So right now the question is, why doesn't the camera work? According to the information on the community, I have to enter this button, fischertechnik graphical user interface. Well, the other buttons are Bluetooth settings, about with software version settings, network information, language setting, wireless and store. And when I go in here, I see settings and test does only sound, then settings, and you get things as role, which is master or slave, language setting again, network setting again, info. So basically anything, and here is date and time. Well, I don't bother about that. So the point is, does this work with getting a view from the camera, which is right here in front. So that is the camera. But does it work? That is a very big question. Now if it works, then it also means that the walking works. So that's even a bigger question. How should I do that? And for that I better put the camera back in the original position, which is right here. The point for me is also that with my other robot, the driving robot Discovery, using the same type of controller, it doesn't matter in which interface it is, it just works. Although it has a slightly different version of the firmware, but it works. So now with the robot in the graphical user interface, which actually belongs to the default firmware, let's see how this works out. So I will just start the program. Wait for any action. Camera says connected. And it works. So this means that for this version, indeed, the interface has to be in the graphical user interface from the original version. And this is something new to me. So that might indicate that when I upgrade the community firmware on the other robot, I have to do the same. Quite remarkable. Let's do it again. Although this time I will include the camera action again. Not really necessary. It's walking now because I can only show you the images during the screencast, so now it's walking. Let's go. Takes a bit of time. And now it should be walking. Quitting and starting. Yep. So yes, this is definitely working. Right, then it's time to do some camera work. And the remaining time I will of course spend doing some camera work, enabling the camera action again. Going here, well, this is from last time. I will enable this one and this one, and this is yeah, let's forget about this line and this line because it won't be empty anymore. At least that is what I expect. Open CV, yes. Right, this has to change, but let me first make sure that I get a nice image. Yeah, let me do that first. And then this one, and let me push the robot away to starting point. And now I should get nice images here. Well, nice patterns. So whatever happens. Really? Oh, yeah. this has to go. Ouch. Yes, oh, absolutely. Yes, password. Yes. Right, so what do I have here? I have a TXT image which is 18. It has it being transferred? Yes, it has. Then using image magic, there you go, a very nice image. So that means that everything does work. Another thing is, what does it mean about OpenCV? Name OpenCV is not defined. Well, here actually I should get some graying etc. defined, but I better start using some imaging in the right way, which is a setup for coming stuff, and that means that I go say define height as image and that was a nice one. An image, and then in any case column 0, and that's not all there is. There is also width, and that has column 1. But I need to find out what goes in front of it. That's a bit of a problem right now. So, oops, that is not the intention. No, like this. And that is the very last thing I do. And that is slightly different. NumPy size. What am I typing here? Come on. This is NumPy size image, and this is comma. So here goes NumPy size image, comma, and then it's nice to print anything, so this will be height is of course height, and this will be width, with. I can use Dutch of course, but most won't understand that. Anyway, this will be better, and from this I can get some nice colors, but first of all this one, how large it is, how broad it is, and I will ignore this one, by the way, because I get a nice image, and why it has a premature end message I have no idea. So, very last thing to do, I'm putting the robot back into position. That's not what I meant, this is what I meant. Network error. And I forgot to pay attention to the oscilloscope, but that should be a very nice result. So I am hoping it is. Alright. And there you have it, 240, 320. Now another point is, I did see something, but I didn't see any signal here, so maybe the time base isn't correct. Let's see at the value. How fast do I walk? Pretty fast. So it is with this maximum speed very well possible that it has everything. Name OpenCV not defined. Alright, that's for next time. One more run, and then that's it. Or do I have to reset it once again? Yes. And I found that I'm not the only one getting those errors. Yeah, well, this I don't mind really. Alright. And then that again. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Quite a few things accomplished. Reading these sensors, getting the camera back to work by using the original graphical user interface. Why? And first step in using OpenCV. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, retweet and like. Follow me on Instagram and like. Leave comments if you want. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. More information at the start of this video, under this video, or on my website, and this is going to be continued. Bye bye.